Hi guys, it's Matt. It is Friday, the 8th of March, 2024. Let's start with the SPY. You can see kind of big old stuff day, right? Hit a new high and then got slammed back down. Uh, Pretty sure that's the case with all of these. We'll take a look. Yeah, yeah, pretty much across the market. So, and really, I mean, if you watch the semiconductors, the big ones, let's see, NVIDIA. AMD, which I got taken out of today, which was still, I guess, an amazing trade. So I don't, I'm not upset about it. I knew it was coming at some point. It would have been nice to see this coming and take a little bit at the top there, 20 or so dollars above where I got stopped out, but that's okay. Um, what was I going to look at? No, yeah, I'm typing on. Jesus, SMIH. I couldn't think of the right order of the of the letters there. But yeah, anyway, you can see that those got stuffed pretty hard, and then I think that just kind of had a ripple effect. Look, it was unsustainable the rate at which things were climbing, and if you look back at that Nvidia, I mean, since uh, the stuff day here, and then the big earnings, and then yeah, I don't know, just that kind of slope is it's not gonna it's not gonna last too long, right? And then we'll see a big stuff day. So hopefully we'll just get some consolidation. And I mean, it doesn't mean that the whole thing's over or we're all gonna die or anything like that. It just means yeah, that was a little blow off top up here, and okay, we'll consolidate, and then we'll as far as Nvidia, we'll make a run back toward 1,000 there, and some of the other ones hopefully will follow. So okay, let's take a look at what I had on my watch list. So I'm keeping this AGIO on there. I just kind of like the look of it, kind of tightening up there a little bit. Carvana was on my list, but it gapped up, so that isn't always a no go for me, but it was on this one. In fact, the AMD trade that I got taken out of today, which is like probably my best trade, definitely my best trade in a while, that was a gap and go, but it just didn't feel like that was the case with Carvana today, which. Uh, Builder was on my list, same thing, gapped up and then got stuffed anyway. I'm keeping BK on the list. I like this especially if it tightens up right below that horizontal pivot there at the highs. I like that. I took a stab at XBI today and I let it go as I left for the morning and got stopped out. We can take a look at this. So you can see I got the entry on the break of the 5 minute high candle, thinking it was going to break out over yesterday's high here at the 101 level almost, and stop below today's low. I wasn't gonna. It wouldn't have mattered either way. I mean, I could have set it below the previous day's low here, but it would have gotten stopped out either way. So yeah, no big deal. Whatever. I got stopped. It happens. That's why we have stops, right? That's what they're for. Uh, I had net on the list. Let's put this back on daily chart. So that actually had a pretty decent breakout in the morning. Actually, go back here. Pretty nice run where I was like, oh, okay, missed that one. After I think was it yesterday I took net and got stopped out on the rest. I think. But anyway, uh, you can see everything got stuffed today. So well, everything except for apparently the gap. It's an interesting look they've got going there. Uber, same thing, broke out stuffed. BHVN, I actually was looking at this one right at the open, but man, the spreads on this were huge. It was looking juicy here. It had this nice whatever you want to call it, a hammer candle or a reversal candle, whatever phrase you want to give it, and then it was breaking out and man, I was ready to jump in. But the spreads were like stupid big, and I was like, oh, I just did that the other day on. Uh, I don't even remember what name that was. That I got in and was instantly like, "Oh, I don't like." Oh, KALV. I got into that the other day, and I was like, oh, I don't like this. It's jumping all around, and the spreads are crazy. Uh, and I was like, well, I'm not going to do that to myself again. I was like, I got to learn that lesson. I'm sure I'll learn that lesson a thousand more times, but it was just so fresh that I was like, yeah, that's right. I don't like playing these. Eventually, I'll have in my mind that'll just be a rule. You would think that you would just get used to and go, oh yeah, that's right. I don't do this anymore. I don't play these spready, jumpy crap stocks, low volume stuff. And Jets was on my list. But we can take a look, I guess, at the. I don't know if I want to go through my whole watch list. This is probably not important. I'm assuming we'll see some consolidation just broadly across the market, and then but you never know, and we'll see what happens next week. So might be just sitting on my hands for a while playing defense. Oh, I'm still in. By the way, I pulled up the futures here that had a bounce day, and the dollar kind of went flat, but just wiggled around a little bit. Uh, what's the GTES? I'm still in this guy. You can see this same thing. It shot up and then got stuffed. I did take some off. I think around five. It was around 5R. I trimmed a little bit, but I'm still holding. I want to say 2/3 of my position. So something like that probably. Um, but anyway, the stop for this one, mm, I don't know where it is. To be honest, I think my stop might still be at. I think I moved it up to maybe here, like this 1566 level. I think that's right. Did I write that down? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, cool. I should have just checked that. Sorry, guys. 1566 is my stop on this. Depending where we open up Monday, it'll be different than that if we're uh, depending on if we're gapping up or what we're doing here. If we're moving sideways, I'll probably move it up to just below, maybe like this 3R area. That's 1598 here, and then if it rallies, great. If it stops me out, I'm happy with that trade. I mean, it's basically going to be like a probably a 3R trade, which when your wins are 3R and your losses are one or less, that's you're doing okay as long as your win rate's good enough, right? So it's an important part. You can't just know your win to loss ratio. You have to know your win rate, and you can't just have one or the other. You have to have both. I'm actually gonna make a video about that this weekend. I've got it pretty much planned out. I just need to actually shoot it and do all the fun stuff, editing and all that jazz. If there's any editing, I don't know. It's just me sitting here talking. What's the edit? Uh, yeah. Anyway, I think that's it, guys. I'm gonna take off because it's Friday, and I hope you all enjoy your weekend. See ya.